Let's see. Hi, Trip. So, let's see, whoopsie. There's not gonna be a tease type of thing, because I'm not a fan of that. But, hi. See, just about as many people as I expected to show up, but that's fine. We don't care about numbers here. Hi, Trip. I know I'm late, but I have a good excuse, I promise. My house actually was close to catching on fire, apparently. No lie, like, I just sat down to start the stream, and I smell smoke. I was like, oh no. It's probably coming from like a campfire or something outside, but nope, it was coming from inside the house, and nothing was on fire. It was just a misfire with the heater. It's all good. But of course that would happen right before debut, right? But apologies. Yeah, we didn't start the fire. How do I know that? How do I know? It just seems very suspicious. It started like a minute before I sat down to start my debut. Oh my goodness, am I too loud? But yeah, I have the worst luck like that. Go figure. But hi. I'm wanna be done. I don't do things the traditional way, so this isn't gonna be a tease. I'm just gonna pop right out and show you my face. Hi. I'm wanna be done. I'm the goat, celestial goat, mage, dimension hopper. It's a whole thing. We didn't work on lore, cause that's just not how I roll. But oh wait, I'm covering chat. I'm going to move chat, by the way. It's on my screen right now because I wanted to show that off. But yeah, I did it. I'm finally here. I can't believe I actually made it. I actually got to the point where I was comfortable talking in front of people. I mean, I've been doing like the preliminaries, you know, for like a month now, you know, for my PNG tuber, and yeah, here we are finally. It's been in the works for a while now, and happy to introduce myself, to step out into the VTubing world, because I like VTubers. So I thought I'd like to be one. Congrats, thank you. As mentioned before, I'm not a good writer. There's not going to be a lot of lore here, but I will introduce myself. Polite. You know, it's a polite thing to do. So, one sec, I have some things set up. Please tell me you don't hear the phone. Well, I'm gonna apologize in advance for my audio. I know my audio is terrible, but it can't be helped. This is an old house, thin walls, lots of people, and noise suppression makes my voice sound like I'm underwater for some reason. So we have to have it on the lowest setting. It's fighting to block out the computer hum on top of other things. So sorry in advance for that. But yeah, so I can just also, you're gonna hear button clicks because I'm controlling the camera with the controller. If you can see my setup, you cry. I say that all the time, but literally, it's such a jerry-rigged setup I have. But it works. So anyway, let's get introductions out of the way, because oh, I do need to move chat though, because this is gonna block y'all. Yay! Now, 1 second. Chat. Just gonna move you up here. And over here. And then back down here. There we go. Perfect. I think. Maybe we did a little bit higher. Perfect. Alright. So let's get this over with. My name, I'm gonna pull out my markers for this. My name, one Abiadon. It's one Abiadon or Abby. But you can't just say Abiadon. So if you have to say the whole thing. So one Abiadon, or just Abby for short. Species, celestial goat. So I made this. I designed this character. I didn't make the model. There's a difference between, character design and modeling. We'll get to that. But if you follow me anywhere on the internet, on either DeviantArt or Instagram, which are literally the only 2 other places I am other than YouTube, because I try to keep social media out of my life as much as possible, so I don't have a Twitter account, I don't have an X account. It's a miracle that you found this stream. So I hear an echo. Where is that coming from? It's yeah. So, but if you follow me on the 2 other places I happen to be, I'm gonna turn this down. I've had this design for about maybe 3 years now. Not in this current iteration. I used to have an afro, and as much as I love the representation and all that, afros are kind of a pain to draw, and I didn't like the way it looked, and I changed hairstyles recently, and so yep, this is the new version of me. You might see older versions of this avatar with an afro and straight horns, but I was based on Capricorn, which is my zodiac, which you can see from the next thing on the list, my birthday, 1/1, January 1st. It's coming up. Probably not going to be a stream for that, but yeah, New Year's, baby. And the cool thing you should know about the name of Abiadon is that it's a Nigerian name. It's a Nigerian name that means one born during a festival or a celebration. So it's kind of perfect, actually, that I'm debuting in December, because in general, people in Nigeria, they're born, in December around the Christmas season, tend to be given that name. So me debuting in December, despite my birthday being, on the tail end of the holiday season, is, accurate. Lore accurate Nigerian name. And for languages, I speak English, obviously, you can hear me speaking English. The second one is a bit of a random, I just decided one day I wanted to learn a second language, and I went with German, because my opinion at the time, and still kind of now, is that German's closest thing to English. It's not, it's actually probably Norwegian, or Frisian, but German has more speakers, so it beats out those 2. So yeah, I picked German just at random as my second language to learn. Stuck with it for like a year and a half, and I've forgotten a lot. But hallo, ich bin one Abiadon. Ich bin eine Ziege und eine Hexe. Eine Ziege, Hexe. Und ich habe einmal versucht, einen Stream auf Deutsch, komplett auf Deutsch zu tun. Und obwohl das mir sehr peinlich und unangenehm war, ich werde es noch wieder versuchen. Und es tut mir leid, mein Deutsch ist äh, sehr schlimm. Ich habe seit langer Zeit nicht geübt. But yeah, that's my German. It's not great. I've been slacking. I've not been doing my reps, but I'm going to re-up on that, or just move on and start learning Spanish. We'll see. So, I put some stats over here on the right page. Let me erase everything here. They're not very important because we're not gonna be needing them. They're just some details I need to fill out the page for something. So I thought I'd just put in some details. Strength of below average strength. Defense very weak. I'm a glass cannon essentially. Magic is where I shine. I am a huge fan of magic. Mostly, passive stuff. I'm not a fighter. I'm a, protector, healer. I like things that are useful. Intelligence. I like to think that I'm of slightly above average, but who knows? Who knows? Stamina is where I shine, because I can just keep going at certain activities. We're not gonna name which ones, but if there's an activity that I like, then I can keep it up for a very long time. That's just like, yeah, I can keep at it for a very long time. Skills. This probably should have been renamed to spells. No, never mind. Probably should have been renamed to spells, because it's mostly just spells that I can do. Portals and teleportation are my strong suit. Illumination, also my strong suit. My horns glow in the dark, and I'll show that off a little bit later. Telekinesis, can do it, but not great at it. But is there an asterisk next to that? No, there's not. And energy beams. Not a fighter, but I could do it if it's needed. But there's an asterisk next to that because, again, if you follow my art, you've probably seen some images. I have a bit of a transformation, a different form that maybe we'll see later in the future, but so it's kind of like a magical girl transformation. I have a wand and everything, and in that form, the whole energy beam thing becomes a little bit easier. But yeah. So I have to adjust this so I can, or not. 1 second. Where's my book? There we go. Likes and dislikes. So 1 second. Okay, sorry, I had to mute because there were some noises in the background I didn't want to hear. I'm pretty sure you heard it. Sorry. I'm so sorry, but yeah, this is just how it is. Can't be helped. So for likes, I like drawing, of course, as you can tell if you've checked out my channel to any capacity. I'm an artist. Not a great artist, but I'm an artist. Everything that you see on the screen that is two-dimensional was drawn by me here. And so yeah. Stars, kind of my motif. You may have noticed that I actually have a star in my eye. Which we will go more into depth about that later. But yes, I am an artist, and am responsible for this character design that I've had for a while now. And part of the reason that I have heterochromia. Yes, I know. I haven't set up filters yet to deal with the bots. I will. Let's see. I will ban them. Nope. Nope. No, I don't want to reply. I also don't have moderators. Can you tell? Yes. One moment. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, alright, so stars and drawing. I like stars a lot. I drew everything here. Not emphasis on draw. You don't draw a 3D model, so I hope it goes without saying that I did not create this model. Again, we'll get to that. But one of the reasons, you might notice I have heterochromia. I'm not a good artist, okay? And heterochromia, is that how you pronounce it? Is not a design element that I like use a lot or like ever when designing characters and OCs, because it's just not something that comes to mind. You know, like, you know, two-tone hair colors and there's all these features that just kind of go over my head a lot of times when designing characters. And the only reason that this character has heterochromia, the only reason I have heterochromia, is because I can't see out of that eye, essentially. So it's like really, really bad vision on that side. If I had two of them, I'd be considered legally blind. So yeah, you know how they say, like, take something you don't like about yourself and turn it into like a strength or something. So that eye is the portal to my pocket dimension, which is called the Void. Probably hear me talk about it if you follow me on Instagram or DA. And now I guess Unveil. I also have an Unveil account, but it's not in use. It's not being used frequently at the moment, but I have that also. But yeah, so the only reason it occurred to me is this eye. To even create a different colored eye is because that's just, I see the world very differently out of that eye, which is almost not at all. So yeah, there's some lore for you, I guess. I don't know if that counts as character lore, but I mean, yes, the dimension thing does count, but it's not the fact that I can't see. My other eye is pretty normal, so I rely, even though the yellow one looks cool and I like it a lot, I rely on that purple one because that's the one that actually shows me reality as it is. So yeah. Okay. Next thing, crystals. I love crystals. They're shiny, they're pretty to look at, they're great, you know, magic conductors, great for enchanting and all that. So yeah, crystals. And linked to that, we have earrings. I just need to get my markers out again, one sec. Oh, never mind, we're just going straight down the list. One second. Okay. Sorry about the bumps in the background. Just ignore those, please. But yeah, I love earrings, as you can see. I love to accessorize. Even though growing up, I would definitely categorize myself as a tomboy, because I don't like wearing makeup or doing my nails or anything, but like earrings, it's like a solid thing. You only have to buy them once, so it's not like, you know, a constant waste of money, constant, you know, outgoing of money like my makeup and nail polishes. So you buy it once and you have it forever. Unless you forget to put backings on and you lose them, which has maybe happened to me once or twice. But yeah, I love my earrings. I got a huge standing jewelry box filled to the brim with earrings, mostly danglies, but you know, there's a couple studs in there too. The color purple. You may have noticed in the background that I like the color purple just a little bit. You know, I just use it as an accent color here and there. Nothing crazy, just, you know, it's a nice color, you know, it's very calming. It's a symbol of nobility and knowledge. Pretty sure I read that somewhere. So yeah, color purple. Jogging and running. I am a huge fan of this. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you need to you gotta get your eyes checked. You might be colorblind. It's only a tiny bit of purple. It's only a tiny bit. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about the noises. Ignore the background noises, please. So yeah, I like running and jogging. I like birds. I'm very much obsessed with birds. Even the eyes see with maybe I'm the one who's colorblind. Maybe I think there's less purple than there is because everything gets filtered through my purple eye. So I like birds a lot. I love them. They're adorable, fascinating, majestic, amazing creatures. They come in so many varieties. I just love birds. Probably one of my favorite animal groups. Probably my favorite animal group, after the goat, of course, because goats are pretty awesome too. I didn't put goat on the list, but I think it just goes without saying, you know? And then, for food, we have blueberries. I like blueberries. Yeah, they're just awesome. Full of nutrients. But yeah, so for dislikes, I had to kind of reach for this because this might tie back to the stamina thing, but I'm a very tolerant person. Very tolerant. And I know blueberries are blue. It's literally in the name. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you might actually just be colorblind, but they wouldn't be called blueberries if they weren't blue, right? Maybe the person who came up with the name for blueberries is colorblind. Who knows? I realize I am blocking part of chat. Sorry. I can see chat, but if anyone's watching, well, if you're watching live, you can see chat too, obviously. So never mind. I don't apologize. So for dislikes, like I said, I'm a very tolerant person, and coming up, I had to really reach for these because it's like I gotta come up with a list of things that like bother me enough to put them down. So first up on the list we have bugs. I do so hate bugs. Hot take. I think the collapse of every single ecosystem on the planet Earth would be worth the annihilation of all bugs. Just like it would be a sweet couple of weeks or months, however long the planet would last in that state. But if I could just snap my fingers and make them all vanish, I would. Consequences be damned. That's how much I hate them. Winter. I don't like being cold. So winter is is a no-go for me. I may be Nigerian in nature, but I don't actually live in Nigeria. I don't live on Earth. I live in a different planet somewhere. But this other planet that I live on has 4 seasons, and it gets cold in winter time. Rarely snows, but it gets very cold, and I don't like the cold. So the only redeeming trait that winter has is that it kills off most of the bugs, or sends them into hibernation. So me not having to see them, that's one good thing about winter. Everything else, you know, don't care for it. Tinsel. See, now we're getting into the obscure stuff, because I have to reach. There's not a lot of things that I can definitively say that I dislike or hate or anything, but I really do hate tinsel. The smell of it just makes me sick. I don't know what the chemical is that they use for the creation of tinsel, but where are tinsels? Did I add an S to it? No. Tinsel is the fuzzy silver decoration that people put up around Christmas time. So that's like, kind of looks like a really long fuzzy caterpillar, but it's shiny and silver. And they wrap the Christmas tree up, they put it around the doors. And it smells awful. And I hate it. So, Christmas time is not a happy time for me, as you can see. I hate the cold. I hate the tinsel that people are putting up everywhere for decoration. Yeah, did I misspell tinsel? How do you not know what tinsel is? But it's a holiday decoration. It's very possible I misspelled tinsel. I suck at spelling. I should have added spelling to the list. But yeah. Another thing that I hate the smell of, this is gonna turn into a list of... Oh wait, I skipped one thing. I skipped pasta. I don't like pasta. It's squishy. I try to avoid carbs in general. Oh my gosh, the noise. I might have to mute myself for 1 second. Okay, sorry, that got a little overwhelming. There was creaking, heater, everything came on at once. But yeah, I don't like pasta. Another very specific smell-oriented thing is orange Triton gum. It smells like ammonia. I don't know why people chew it. If you can't, like, if they're unable to smell it while they're chewing it, maybe it's some like weird like reaction, I don't know, but I can't stand orange Triton gum. The smell of it, and the smell of people's breath when they chew it. I don't know how they're able to market themselves as a breath freshening gum, but yeah, it's disgusting. Let's see. And lastly, earphones and earmuffs. This might have something to do with me being a goat, but I don't like having my ears constrained. So, yeah, no earmuffs, no headphones. I can't have them on for like more than 5 minutes without getting a headache. There's no comfortable amount of tension or pressure that can be applied for them to be comfortable. It's just always pain after a certain amount of time. I don't know why. So, yeah. Alright. Now, one thing that I didn't have to reach for was anime. So, as you know, people in their space tend to like their anime, and I could have probably cut this list down a little bit, But yeah, I have quite a lot of anime that I like, and we're not gonna go over everything on this list, obviously, because that's gonna take forever. But just know that in general, I try to keep more mainstream, like well-known stuff on the left, and the slightly more niche or maybe less known stuff on the right. It's not perfect one for one, but yeah, people I like panty and stocking. I feel like is pretty mainstream nowadays, right? Like most people know what that is. Had to clear my throat. But it's not perfect, obviously. Some things may belong on one page and other things on the other page. Also try to keep most of the comedy stuff on the right too. What can we deduce from this list is that I like comedy a lot, so they've got a bunch of comedy stuff on there. And just, anything that tells a good story, an interesting story. It could be a slow-paced story sometimes. It's just, there's some mainstream stuff that I like that I didn't add on this list because it feels redundant. Like, everybody watches Demon Slayer. I like Demon Slayer, but not. Yeah, with the new series of Panty and Stocking being released, it's definitely more people know about it. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, yeah. There's lots of mainstream stuff that I watched that I didn't put on this list, like Demon Slayer, like My Hero Academia, and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, these are ones that I'm most interested in, have been most hooked on, and yeah, like some of the stuff I had to reach for, like Get Backers. I remember being obsessed with Get Backers, and it's so weird because it's an older anime, and I tend to be more biased. There's not a lot of things on here that are like incredibly old, and I tend to be biased against older stuff. Like I tried getting into Trigun. What's it called? Trigun? I forget. I forget what did I. But I couldn't get into it because the art style was holding me back. And obviously that's not always the case. Like another example of an older anime that I liked was Hellsing. Is that again? That's not on the list. I still like it. It's not on the list, but it doesn't get an honorable. It does get an honorable mention at least. But like the art style didn't bother me there, and so yeah. You can come back to look at this to judge if my tastes are based or not, but I think they're pretty good, pretty diverse. So without further ado, credits. So, first and foremost, you have my parent, my VTuber parent, singular. Miaru 3D crafted this beautiful model that you see before you. They were very patient with me. But I remember when I said that I'm an artist, but I'm not a great artist. So I may have shot myself in the foot with the reference art I provided them. And yeah, it's not the first time, and it's not the first time that's happened also. So thank you to Miaru for being so considerate, so easy to work with, for putting up with my nonsense, because like I know I felt horrible having to contact them and being like, I know I sent you an image that showed this, but can you actually do this? It was they are a saint for putting up with me, and I'm incredibly thankful to them for crafting this body. They're very, very receptive. I couldn't be more happy with the results. And I only have one other credit, which is the stinger. So that's a little star transition. Let me go back to my screen starting. So that little transition right there, that was made by Spooky. Spooky doesn't know who I am because they just have these just available on their Ko-fi page. But yeah, it fits really nice with my style, so I decided to use it. And thank you to Spooky for having those available for people to use, because I can't animate, obviously. Yes, they both. I'm assuming that's about Miyaru. Yeah, they did a great job. I'm so happy with my model, and after I close this book, we're going to take a closer look at the model and all the details and everything. There's not a lot of details, because as an artist, I kind of lean into simplicity. I'm not very detail-oriented, and it shows in character design. It's not as huge as a deal in character design as it is in, like, say, something like background design, which I did the best I could with these rooms that you see. There's this room that we're in, this desk. You can see the second chunk of the credits is all just me, because I literally drew everything else. I did this book for the slides, this desk, and this microphone. That's me. We're gonna get rid of the desk actually right now. And the book. The overlays. If you've watched any of my other streams. Oh, wait, this 1 second. This little pink creature on the second photo down here. This is Krista. She's like my partner in crime. She likes to handle technical stuff. She's not here right now because she's actually outside. If you wanna take a look out here. Hi, Krista. Hope you're. She's just hanging out on the patio. But yeah. So all backgrounds made by me. The overlays. Pretty much everything that's two-dimensional and not animated. Made by me. One of the reasons I wanted to start uploading stuff on YouTube again was to motivate me to draw more stuff, and boy howdy, having a YouTube channel was a good motivation to draw a bunch of stuff if I don't want to pay money for other people to do it for me. Which, you know, everything that I'm able to do myself, I did to the best of my ability. Which is, you know, it's just mid, but... So, and that animation's not mine. That's just included in Prism. So, it doesn't get I don't know who made that. It's just included in the program. So, that's there. So let's take a look at me. First thing I'm going to do is reset my tracking position, because my knees are all spindly spaghetti. Recalibrate. There we go. So, sorry again about the button clicks. It's like right there, but you're just gonna have to bear with me. So yeah, there I am. We're just gonna do a full rotation. Oopsie. Yeah, I have a tail. Not necessarily a goat tail, but it's just my tail. Not fully goat. I am space goat. So there is a distinction. But yeah, Miyaru did a great job on my tail. They did the model and the rigging. So alien tail, yeah, kinda. I just tell everyone, I'm like, I'm not a demon, I'm just an alien, I'm just a space goat. I'm a magical space goat. But I can understand the confusion. So I said earlier that I am Nigerian, and this outfit's kinda based on a standard Nigerian pantsuit or shirt and pant combo that they like to wear. We like to wear. Why am I saying they? Like I'm not part of the crowd. I am. But yeah. But with different colors, obviously, than Africa likes to use. They're kind of obsessed with their black, the reds, and the greens, and the yellow. And I just took this design and went with something more spacey and dreamy colored. So, yeah. Can zoom in on the toes, because I know you freaks want to see those. Yeah. I'm so glad Miyaru gave me toes, because I didn't I didn't draw toes on my reference art, so thank you, Miyaru, for not giving me, you know, Sonic style nubs. There's like I said, I lean into simplicity, so there's not a lot to see. The face. Oh. Let's see, 1 second. I can take off my glasses. And I have some expressions. 1 second. I just have to... Not that. Not that. Here we are. Okay, glasses off. So, that's what I look like without the glasses on. I have my necklace, my earrings. Oops. I'm trying to... There we go. Lean in. I've got a few expressions. No, that one wasn't... that one wasn't included in the packet, but because I've been fiddling with some settings and found out some things I can do, despite there not originally being a toggle for that, so that's one of them. I labeled this one Dead Inside. You saw this one, Angry. I can't think of something someone said that made me angry. Again, very tolerant. Very tolerant, sad. Lots of things. Oh my gosh, guys. There's only 3 more episodes of The Amazing Digital Circus before it's all over. That's a bummer. I don't know. This is fun. It's labeled fun. It's just happy. Next one is technically something I've been setting on default. Normal mouth. It's barely noticeable when I turn it off, but this is my default mouth, so yeah. Extra ones. This is the one that I added, so it's probably breaking a couple things. It's supposed to be like smug. I know what kind of artist you are. I just can't prove it yet. Oh no, what'd I do? Okay. There's another one I added. Again, stuff is breaking, so we have to finagle the settings a little bit. I don't even know what to call this one. This is derpy. This is a combo one. It's like angry, but I named this one malicious because it's like angry eyes but with a smile. Thinking about damage. All the damage I could do. And this one, shock. Oh my goodness. You think the murderer is cute? You're attracted. No. Why? I don't care how long his eyelashes are. That guy killed a dude. You could be next. What's wrong with you? That's not hot. That's psycho. You need to get some help. Get some help. Don't be attracted to psycho. It's a bad look. If anyone knows what that's a reference to, you probably should want to get out of here because I have opinions. As stated on my YouTube description, I have opinions. No, they're nothing special, but they're mine. They're mine. The main reason... Let me put my glasses back on. 1 second. So, one of the main reasons that I first started uploading stuff on my YouTube channel again, as I stated earlier, was that one of the reasons to just draw more stuff and motivation to draw it. If I stream it, I'll draw it, surely, and it's been working. But a second reason was my voice. I'm not the hugest fan of my own voice, and I thought this could work as a bit of exposure therapy. The more I speak, the more I get used to it, the less I freak out about how I sound and realize I actually sound fine. I don't need to change that much. There are some things I need to work on. Obviously, I don't speak as clearly. I don't enunciate, apparently, as well as I thought I did. And that's a problem. That's a problem, especially in talking to ESL people. As someone who took time to learn a second language, I have nothing but sympathy for people who have to speak with you, who have to speak with you, but don't speak your language as their first language. I try to speak always as clearly and enunciate, but I'm not doing a good job of it, apparently. Apparently. Some people said that I don't speak as clearly as I think I do. So, we're gonna try to work on that. But yeah, just basically building confidence in my own voice, sharing my art, gaming, because you may notice I didn't mention any games, because I'm in a bit of a transition period. So, yeah, I was primarily a Nintendo gamer up until recently, and me and Nintendo were not talking right now. We had a fight, and I don't think they're coming back. Maybe. I don't know. I hope they do. I'm like an abused wife. Like, even though they slap me around, I'm secretly hoping that, that they'll turn around and just be like, just kidding, babe. I didn't mean it. I still want to be with you. But, yeah, I don't know if... I still have Nintendo games, obviously. I'm gonna still play them. I have been playing them on stream because I paid money for them. And, I'm gonna use the things that I already own. But as far as giving them more money, we're kind of putting a pause on that for the time being. I do not have a Switch 2. I don't plan on getting a Switch 2. I've been just slowly migrating to just playing stuff on PC. And, yeah, it's working out okay, but, now I don't have a huge library of games to pull from that aren't Nintendo games. So, loads of free games on PC, yeah. Yeah, I've been enjoying some, mostly Sonic stuff. Such a fool. I didn't buy Shadow Generations on PC, but if I play that, it's gonna be the Switch version. But I've been playing Racing Cross Worlds on PC and Sonic Rumble. I don't even know if Sonic Rumble is, well, it's a mobile game. It's definitely gonna be available on Switch, but don't care. It's available on cell phones, but I've been playing that on computer also. Huge Sonic fan. I love Sonic. But yeah, so mostly art stuff around here. Occasional video where I share my opinions on things, and I'm warning people now, they might be controversial opinions. Like I said, I'm a very nice person, very tolerant person, but there are things that bug me, and this is a great outlet to talk about them. So, whether those go here or on my other channel, I have another channel, it's probably gonna die. Honestly, it just makes it easier just to have everything on one channel, so I don't know. If it's too spicy, maybe it goes on the other channel. But that remains to be said. That remains to be seen, not said. Oh my gosh. I can't speak English. I can barely speak English. I don't know why I thought that learning a second language would be a good idea. But yeah. Just before I go, I wanted to show off the night version of this room. Which is that. And 1 second. Cool, look. My horns, they glow. Again, I did not mention this in the notes. I guess it's on the reference image. It was yeah, dark mode. Miyaru does such a good job translating. Oh wait, I didn't even should I show it? No, I don't have it on this computer anyway. At some point I will show the reference image. But again, if you've check out my art on Instagram or DeviantArt, and you can just see images of this character. But yeah, the reference art that I sent them, it did not really have the horns glowing, so I'm so glad they implemented that. I guess it was evident enough, but yeah. But yeah, I made a nighttime. Oh my gosh, I'm crouching again. I made a nighttime and daytime version of this room. And oh my gosh, the settings. There has to be a quicker way to access this. But and also this room, which is the patio. Oh, Krista's gone. I can't scale to save my life, so yeah, sizing and stuff is not my strong suit, which is why I don't do backgrounds, but this has forced me to step outside my comfort zone a little bit, you know? There we go. There's another orb. I do love my orbs. Magic orbs. They're just pleasant to look at. I have one more version of this room, which I think I will at some point edit. Maybe at some point I can edit this and like have an actual rain animation playing in the background there, because I have all the layers like cut up for this still originally, so that'd be cool. Just to have like actual rain falling, maybe a sound effect. I love stream setup. I love like putting all the elements together and making thumbnails. Like, it was my calling with graphic design, honestly. It's just, am I good at it? Not really, but is it fun? It's super fun. Super fun to do, super fun to mess around with, and I will find an excuse to keep doing it. So, yeah. I guess that's all for now. I'm pretty sure I said everything that I need to say. Maybe I'll probably start another stream after this, but that concludes the debut. Almost an hour, a little over an hour. Not bad, not bad. I think I did a good time. Thank you to everyone who showed up. And yeah. Hope you have a lovely day.